Hey y'all, it's me, Tina Quillen. A lot of folks have been asking me how I make my bread. I thought maybe I would show you how I make my garlic breadsticks. Since it's the same bread, I just kind of switch it up at the end instead of making rolls or whatever. So this is how I do it. Okay, what we have is 21 ounces of bread flour, or 625 grams. Then we have 12 grams of, it's like quick yeast, it's like, I forget what it's called, active dry yeast, but yeah, get the instant stuff. Works a lot faster, a lot better. Then we have 12.5 ounces of tepid water. If you don't know what tepid water is, it just means room temperature. Salt, we have 12 grams of salt. We have 2 ounces of sugar. We have 1 ounce of dry, non-fat powdered milk. 1 ounce of shortening. 1 ounce of butter. And that's it. This is the ingredients for some really good bread. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hold off on the flour, and we are going to activate our yeast by pouring in the water and the dried milk. Let me grab me a spoon. I use my little wooden thing here. I love to use bamboo. Okay, so we're just going to kind of give that a mix. And then we're going to add in our sugar. Never add in your salt with your yeast, because the salt will kill your yeast. Ooh, splash. Okay, so then we're going to put in our yeast. We're just going to give that a little mix. Not feeling real good today. Feel like I got goo coming up in my lungs and throat, nose, sinus infection, But all this cold weather, I kind of figured that would happen. I wish I had a cameraman. Get a cameraman to do this for me. Any volunteers? You don't have to be a man. Just a camera person. Get a camera person. Okay. I am going to cover this, and we're going to wait for little bubbles to come up at the top, and I'll be right back. And it's been about 5 minutes. I was a little cold in the kitchen, but you see the bubbles starting to come up. That yeast is good and starting to activate. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to take the salt and mix it into our flour. Oops. We're not going to drop a lot of stuff, but that's what we're going to do. Hold on, I forgot my... Hold on. I have one. So we're just going to kind of give this a little mix. Sorry. I'm not real good at working with just one hand and then one on the camera. I lost my assistant last October to an unfortunate incident. Oh, no, he's still alive and well. He's just not here with me. So, okay. So now we're going to just take that whole thing and we're going to dump her on in. Because, like I said, I have but one hand to do this. So now we're going to give this a little mix. And we're just going to keep mixing it until it is just good and mixed up, but still tacky. So let me do that and I'll come right back. So You see how that's good and mixed up, but still not quite mixed? Yeah, that's what I want it to look like. And you're saying, but Chef Tina, you forgot the butter and the Crisco. Well, see, now let me tell you. This is going in, and this is going in. Just not right now. So, we are going to take this, and we are going to put it on our stand mixer with the bread hook. So, hold on just a minute. Okay, so this is my stand mixer, and we're in the dining room now, and it's not really well lit, but I'm working on that. So, what we're going to do is we're going to lower our hook into there, and we're going to mix it on about medium speed for about 2-3 minutes, and then when it starts to form a really good dough, then we're going to put it on a higher setting so it can knead. I'll show you what it looks like when you need to switch the speed on it. So we're going to start out at medium. Okay, and right before you start to knead it is when you're going to put in your butter and your shortening. So hold on and I'll show you when. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes, so this is what you want your bread to look like at this point. So I am pressed for time because I found out 2 minutes ago that my daughter needs to go to work. So I melted the butter, and it's not going to hurt nothing to melt that butter. It's just going to kind of speed it along a little bit. And then I'm going to take the Crisco, and I don't know how I'm going to show you this. Hold on. Just hold it right there. Okay. Now we're going to put in the Crisco, and we're just going to kind of press that in there a little bit. Which you don't have to, but I like to. Makes me feel more important, I suppose. Do another step or two. Thank you, Lena. Okay, then we're going to close it back up. Well, I need you again. Let's get a shot on that so I can thank you. Okay, now we close it back up, and we're going to spin it again. Just a little bit. Thank you, Lena. And get it started real good. Okay, now we're going to turn it up. See that shake, rattle, and roll? Alright, we're going to keep that like that for about 12 to 15 minutes. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Let me back up. We're going to keep it on that speed for about 12 to 15 minutes. And then I will be back. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. And we're going to turn it off. And Lena went to the store, so this is what it should look like. And we're going to take it off the hook. See how stretchy that is? That turned out good. That's pretty. Okay, we're going to take the hook off. I hate it when it sticks up there. I have to oil this from time to time, and the dough gets up there and it grabs hold of that oil. Makes me so darn mad. Okay. Put that down. Alright, so we're going to go back in the kitchen if I can get the bowl off. Hold on. Okay, just like that. You're going to put your plastic wrap over the top of it. And y'all, I'm so sorry. This is a horrible video. But I don't have a camera person or whatever, you know. So it's just me. And like I said, Lena's at the store. And okay, so you're going to put this in a nice warm place. See, I got me some steam going because it's really cold in this kitchen. And it won't rise if it's too cold. So we're going to set it there, and we're going to let this rise for about an hour and a half, depending on how warm it is in the place that you pick to put it. It could take up to 2 hours. It could take 2.5 hours. Or it could take 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the temperature that you put it in. So, I'll be back to show you the rest when it doubles in size. And by the magic of video, we are 2.5 hours later. And this is what our dough looks like. That raised really nice. So we have a workspace that I have floured. And we are taking the air out of our bread dough. Still working with one hand. I so apologize for this video, y'all. Okay, so now we're going to do this. And then we're going to flip it and do that. And all we're really going to do is we're going to roll it out a little bit. And then we're going to put sections of the dough onto parchment paper on a tray. And we're going to let it rise again for a little bit. So let me find something to prop the phone up on. And I'll be right back. Okay, maybe this will work. And this is the only rolling pin that I have. So we're going to work with that. If you are rolling out your dough and it seems really hard to get it to stay stretched out, what you need to do, see, that is the gluten in your dough. So what you need to do is stretch it out some and then just walk away from it. Let it set like that for about 10 minutes and then come back to it and try it again. And I promise you it will be so much easier to get it rolled out. Oh, I wish I had more space in this kitchen. One thing I can't stand is limited space to cook in. Okay. Now, and if you're working with bread dough, one of these comes in really handy. It's a beautiful day. I thank you for sunshine. I thank you for rain. Okay. That looks about good. So, I am going to take some parchment paper. Any parchment paper will do. Doesn't have to be any particular brand or style or whatever. And I'm just going to lay it right here. I'm going to set that right there. And maybe you can see. Okay, and I'm just going to cut out little pieces of dough. And I'm going to make them into breadsticks. They don't have to be any particular size or whatever. If I were making dinner rolls, I would measure these out to like 1 ounce balls and then put them in muffin pans 3 at a time and make 3 ounce dinner rolls. But I am not doing that today. I am doing this. And I'm not going to bore you with all of the rolling of the dough and whatever, you kind of see what I'm doing and get the gist of it. So, you see, nothing fancy, just some little dough lines on the pan. And when I get done with that, I'll come back and show you what we've finished with. Well, we still have to let them rise again and then bake them, but I'll show you what I came out with cutting the dough out and whatever. With my hands, I talk with my hands. So even though you can't see me, you get to see my hands. So I will be right back by the magic of video. Okay, so I got 3 trays. I got this one. Yeah, my dirty dishes. I got this one. And I got this one. And what we're doing now is we're covering them with plastic wrap and a towel. And we're doing what's called the second rising. So bear with me just one more minute and let me cover this one. Okay, we got them all covered in our dirty dishes. See, you get to see everything when I do the videos. Everything behind the scenes. So this is my dirty, tiny little kitchen. Well, it's not dirty. It's cluttered. And trust me, this will all get cleaned up after the video. But this is what happens when you make bread. You have to dirty your kitchen to make bread. So, if you don't know about this trick, you ought to. I'm telling you, these are wonderful to have. Cleaning up flour. So easy. So easy. I used to hate baking because I had to clean up the flour mess. But it's that easy. And if I had 2 hands to show you, I'd show you how I just scoop that right up. And then I throw it in the trash. But, you know, I got 1 hand, just one. So, you know the drill. Hold on a minute. And now, by the magic of video, everything is all cleaned up. And it's been about 15 minutes. And we're going to check these. Ooh, and they're looking absolutely fabulous. And we'll, oh yes ma'am, most likely be ready to bake them in about 15 more minutes. I forgot to tell y'all, usually the second rise, if they're not just resting, takes anywhere from between 20 and 45 minutes. Again, depending on the temperature in your kitchen. So, these look like they need about 15 more minutes. And then we will come back and pop them in the oven. Oh, and we are preheating at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So, when we come back, that's the temperature we'll be baking at. Okay, it's been about a total of 30 minutes. The oven is heated. And those look beautiful. So, we are going to start with this tray. And we will put them in the oven for about 12 minutes at 425. Oh, or until golden brown. Oh, and while we are waiting, I have my margarine and my garlic and my Parmesan cheese. So, we're going to mix this up real quick. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. And I gotta turn the camera around. Okay, so we are going to get a bowl. Just like this bowl here. Get that out of the way. And a spoon. And we're going to put about that much butter in the bowl. Maybe a little more. That's a lot of rolls. So we're going to go with about a 1/4 cup of butter. Or margarine, excuse me. It's not butter. This is margarine. Okay. So, we are going to melt this in the microwave. Oh, let me melt it. Be right back. Okay, so we have about a 1/4 cup of melted margarine. And we're going to add to that about a tablespoon of minced garlic. And we're going to mix that up there. And then we're going to add in about 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. And you don't want it to look like a paste. You want it nice and liquidy. So this is about how you're going to want that. To where it's still really soupy, but you can see all the good stuff in there. And sometimes I even add some Italian spice in there. I might do that this time. That sounds good right now. Where is my Italian spice? Here, spice. Well, looks like somebody's been digging in my cabinet. I can't find it. Oh well, no Italian spice. Oh well. It don't matter. So, when the rolls come out, we will simply brush this over the top of our breadsticks, or rolls, or whatever you want to call them. So, as always, be right back. Aha! I found it. Ha ha ha. So it's going in. So we're just going to sprinkle about that much in there. You don't want to overpower. I mean, it's never good to overpower. Just enhance. You enhance the flavors. And then you blend them together. If you overpower with spice, all you're tasting is the one spice. So, we have a beautiful mixture here. Let's taste this. Oh yeah, that's going to be really good. Really good. Oh, and they're coming along just fine. Okay, so a few more minutes. So it's been about 12 minutes, and I just took these out of the oven, and would you look at this? Is that beautiful or what? So now I'm just going to do this. Oh, yeah, I wish y'all could smell this. It smells so good. I expect my son to come out of the bedroom. I know he can smell it. He knows when Mama's cooking. Oh, these look so good. Smells so good. I think my camera is going out of focus. Must be the steam. And just kind of slop it on there. It don't matter. I mean, oh, you gotta soak them. And they are going to be so good. So, like I said, I'm in the market to hire a camera person. And the pay would be, you get to eat what I make. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Okay. Okay. So. Okay, I know my lighting is terrible, but I have to try these. Oh, this is so good. Okay. They are so good. Oh, yeah. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get my son and we gonna eat some breadsticks. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Join me again right here and next time and we'll make something else. I love you guys. Bye-bye.